Hi guys, so I just want to talk to y'all about lust because I'm learning a lot about it right now. I feel like in my own life, like God is just teaching me so much. The more I just draw closer to Him, like I feel like He's teaching me so many lessons about something that I've struggled with for honestly my whole life, you guys. Like there's been so many situations where I was just like hurt in that way, and it led me to be just like an overly sexual person, and I ended up getting into sex work and stuff like that. And I was just giving my body to people in hopes that I would receive like love, the love that I give out. And I'm happy to say now that I'm celibate and walking closely with God, and like He's teaching me that like I should have, saved my body this whole time for, for marriage. And if you were to have asked me this when I was like 16 and talked about, waiting for marriage, I would have been like, that's so stupid. Like, why would you do that? It's so dumb. Because according to our culture, that's like, it's weird, it's not something that people do, it's not the norm. Um, but I just want to talk about lust because I feel like I said, God is just teaching me so much about it, and I'm learning so much about this thing that I've struggled with for so long. And He's teaching me that it's a heart issue. Like we think that it is a fleshly issue. We think it's a body issue, but it really stems from your heart. It stems from what you're watching. It stems from what you entertain, from the people you let yourself be around. And it starts in your heart, it starts in your mind and in your heart, and then through that is where the actions come out of what you're doing and how you're acting on your lust, if that makes sense. And so I'm really on this path of just like desexualizing my mind with God. And I'm gonna be so real with you guys. I was like going out with someone for, it literally only lasted like 2-3 weeks. Like it was the most short-lived like thing ever. And for me, I always go into things with like the intention of marrying, like I'm never someone who's gonna like put my energy and my love into someone if I don't have the intention of being with them long term. And I'm realizing not everyone thinks that way, and people, it's kind of common to see people as someone that you just have a thing with, whatever that even means, and to just casually have sex with people and to just throw them out when you're done with them. And I think it's so sad, and I'm so heartbroken by the culture that we live in because that's so not okay. But I was just journaling and talking to God right before I got on to make this video, you guys. And like He was just saying to me that like people who are lustful are just insatiable. Like they just have this hole in their heart that it really can't be filled. And when you have that hole, and I know this stuff because that was me not too long ago, like 6 months ago, this was me, you guys. And that was how I was for my whole life. It was this hole that could not be filled. Like I could have so many, hookups, I could have so many relationships, I could even like, it's not even just a lustful thing, it also could be smoking, it could be drinking, whatever it is. But lustful people, like they just like nothing is enough. And that's why we see like people getting cheated on so often and things like that, because you have to like look at it as like there's nothing wrong with you if you like were cheated on. There's nothing wrong with you as a man, as a woman, whatever it is. It really comes down to that person. Nothing is enough for them. Like no amount of sex, of drugs, of alcohol is enough to fill their heart. And they just, the more you get of that thing, whatever it is, like you just want more and more and more and more and more, and it's just relentless. Like you are literally just insatiable. Like your heart cannot be filled. And even you think like you're all these things that you're allowing into your body and whatever you're doing, like, you think it's gonna make you feel good, but it really just makes you feel more empty after. And I had to stop talking to this person that I told you guys about. I honestly was disobeying God by talking to this person because I knew what I was getting into from the very beginning. I knew, like, they literally told me right off the bat that like, not saying the word lust, but that is something that they struggle with. And so I was ignoring God. I was ignoring his his whispers to me. I can tend to do that sometimes, where I'm just disobedient sometimes because I just, like, I don't even know. I can be selfish. I can be stubborn. And I just, like, I realized today, like, that this person did not take me seriously as someone that I could be with long term. And they're gonna, like, go back to school, like, after the summer's over and stuff. And, like, it wasn't something that was gonna work out, like, long distance wise and all that stuff. But I just, like, have this feeling of, like, anger, because I'm like, why did this person not, like, try to fight for me? And why did they not, like, see my value as a person and see, like, I don't know, just why did they not try to fight harder for me? Because there was no fight at all. It was just like, okay, like, yeah, this isn't gonna work out, you're right. And I was just like, oh, okay. Like, you want someone to be like, tell you, like, how much you mean to them, and just tell you that, like, you know what I'm trying to say. And I was upset at that. And then, I'm talking to God in my quiet time, and I'm just realizing, like, I never would have been enough for somebody like that. Like, God sees me as precious. He sees me as loved. He sees me as worthy. But someone who is struggling with lust is never going to see you as any of those things. You're just going to be, replaceable. You're just going to be an object, like, to be lusted after. You're just going to be what you look like and all that stuff. And none of that is true love. And all that is temporary. Beauty fades, so we just need unconditional love. And I just had to talk about lust because, like, it really is a heart issue. And I feel like the more I get closer to God, seriously, like, it's not even like I need to, like, resist temptation anymore, like, of lust. The closer I get to God, it's just like I have no urge to, like, be involved in that, because I know that God made sex for marriage. He made it to be a union that honors God within a marriage. And so I'm just disgusted by, like, when it comes to all that stuff now. And I'm so grateful for that, because the more you get closer to God, the more you hate the sins that hurt me, that hurt you, that hurt everyone in this world, and that hurt God, because he just wants the best for us. He created us, so he knows what is best for our hearts, what is best for our spirits, everything like that. But yeah, it really comes down to, like, lust is dangerous, you guys. And I remember seeing, like, this quote about how, like, watching, like, content, you know what I mean, like, is free because you pay with your soul. And I truly, like, as someone who struggled with that for, like, most of my life, it's crazy to look back on and think about it that way, because you literally do not see how badly, like, being lustful destroys you. Because it's not just about, like, sex. It's about, nothing is going to satisfy you. Like, literally absolutely nothing will, because it just deepens this hole in your heart, and you keep trying to fill it with, things of this world. And I just want to tell you guys, like, God was saying to me that, like, even though lustful people, like, nothing can fill that hole in their heart, and no person will ever be enough for them. No relationship will ever be enough for them, and they'll never feel fulfilled, because the only person that can fill that is God. And I'm an example of that. I was extremely deep in lust for, like, so much of my life, and I can tell you from literally life experience that God set me free from all of that stuff. And, you know, it's still something that I struggle with. And I still somehow find myself allowing people into my life who are just plants from the enemy, who are just sent into my life by the enemy, and just to bring me back into my old ways. But you're so much more than that. You are so much more than a body. You're so much more than how you make other people feel. You're not an object to be, you know, lusted after, desired after. Like, you're worthy and you're loved by God, and you are precious to Him. And I just hope, like, and I pray over everyone watching this that is struggling with lust, that you can just bring it to God, because there's absolutely nothing to be ashamed about, because He knows everything that we struggle with. He knows how, you know, this world is just so tempting. There's so much temptation and, like, just awful things that are just pushed onto us. Like, the things that we call cool, the things we call fun, like, the things that are trending in this world are all just sinful things. And you really have to, you know, get yourself all the way out of the way. Like, I am so out of the way. I'm so isolated. I literally live under a rock. Like, it's just me and God. And I like it that way, because I feel like I'm, you know, I don't have to prove myself to anyone. I don't have to perform. I don't have to give my body to people to make them like me. I don't have to smoke just because that's what's cool and I want to fit in. I don't have to drink just because I want to fit in. None of that stuff. All I care about is fitting in with God, with what He wants for my life, with who He wants me to be, you know? And so, yeah, you guys, if you're struggling with lust, God is the only one that can fill that hole in your heart. And I know exactly what it feels like. It sucks so bad to not have God, to not know Him. And so that's why I love to make these videos and just talk about what I've been through, because I have the answer, you guys. I have the answer for y'all. It's Jesus. He's the only one that can heal all that stuff, and that just deep pain that we're all born with, that just like hole in our heart that just doesn't seem to go away no matter what you try to fill it with. Whether that's money, drugs, alcohol, sex, whatever it is. But God can fill that. So I'm so thankful to know God, because before I had Him, I was nothing. I had nothing. You know, I was so lost. And now, like, I literally feel like my heart is just healing, and it's just, I'm just renewed. I'm a whole new person, you guys. And I also feel like my discernment is so much stronger. Like, when you have God, you see things so much differently. Like, I can really easily spot, like, when someone is good for me, when someone is bad for me, when someone is set in my life just to kind of bring me backwards and bring me back into my old patterns and my old ways that I fought like hell to get out of, and that Jesus saved me from. And so when you get closer to God, you have less of an urge to, you know, do sinful stuff. You feel so much more convicted when you do sinful stuff. Like, before I had God, I would just do whatever I wanted to do, and I wouldn't feel bad about it, but I would just feel empty. And now that I have God, when I do try to do some sinful stuff, I feel so convicted. Like, I just feel like, God, I know this thing is never going to fill that hole in my heart, and I just need to come to you whenever I feel that emptiness and that sadness, that anger, that anxiety, or whatever, you know, I'm trying to escape from. I just need to take it to you, and you'll fill that hole in my heart and give me peace, you guys. But I love you guys so much, and Jesus loves you so much more, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.